everyone, so I just watched the video that was a description about stars and their size, their luminosity, and their density, and things like that. And so we were kind of posed the question of what a star would need so that it could have kind of a habitable planet. So like us between Earth and our star that we have, the Sun, how is that possible and how kind of could that be replicated in a different scenario? So one reason that we're able to exist and be a habitable planet is because we have the correct energy output and temperature we need that's coming from the sun in order to give us, the heat that we need, that's a stable heat for us, and then also the light that we need and things like that. So a lot of our world kind of revolves around, the sun comes out, so our plants can live and stuff like that. We get light, we get energy. Another way to kind of look at this and kind of see if maybe it can exist somewhere else is to look on the diagram, the Hertzsprung-Russell diagram, also known as an HR diagram. So this diagram is a pretty descriptive diagram. On our x-axis, we have the temperature of stars, and then on our y-axis, we have the luminosity of those stars. And the luminosity is kind of compared to our star, the sun, that we use, versus temperatures in Kelvin at the bottom. So if we look at our sun on this diagram, we have it that is at 1 luminosity, and then it's around 5,500 Kelvin. And this falls within the main sequence. And main sequence basically means that we're burning hydrogen mainly as our primary fuel. And this is really important when we think about other stars being able to be a sun for a habitable planet. And this is because you want to make sure that the temperature that you're getting from that star is something that is survivable on a planet. So not necessarily if we're thinking about humans in existence, we might not be able to exist on another planet with warmer temperatures, but we know there are organisms that can exist in warmer temperatures than us. So habitable by another organism could be a lot more likely than, habitable by humans. So you could find a star that's able to do that, if it's relatively somewhere within the temperature we know about that organisms can exist at. Another thing you have to look at is the luminosity that it's giving off. So our luminosity is at a 1 for us, and that is a good relationship we have with our sun, and we're able to exist with that and thrive off of that environment. But some stars, have a luminosity that could be 120,000 times what we're receiving from the sun, or way less than what we're receiving. So all of these kind of play factors into making a planet near that star habitable or not. Another thing that's also really important to think about is how far away your planet is from that star. So if you have a star that's really close to a planet, heat is going to be really important, because if it's hotter than our sun, let's say, and the planet is closer, you might not get organisms able to survive in that area. So where the planet is in relation to this star also is able to kind of affect everything that might cause that planet to be habitable or not. So that's another thing to think about. But yeah, I'm looking forward to what you guys have to think on this.